Buddy, welcome to Ted's third Wednesday night. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night live. Um, I'm going to tonight. I'm going to start on my 37 Ford, one that Brian's build is doing, or Brian's doing the build on. And since I can't be in his lives on Saturday nights, I'm going to do mine every Wednesday, the following Wednesday, and we'll go from there. Let's see, Jeff, where did you guys go?
I am right here, and we got a special guest. We do have a special guest and a special moderator / producer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in reverse roll to the stage. Got Fuel.
I'm Mr. Producer tonight.
Before I go, Rick, did you get the email? For some reason, I was trying to send that maple syrup to you today, and for some reason, they mandated UPS has to have your number. I'm like, the address is there. What more do you need? So I don't know if you got the email. Hello, Jen. Jim, Tin Man.
Don't forget to pin that, Jeff.
And Gary. See, these are the stuff you got to highlight, Brian, just so you know.
I'm good, Gary. Thanks for asking.
So, obviously, you won't be working on anything for a few days.
Hopefully, I'll be over on the other bench tomorrow. Tomorrow evening.
Yeah, once his eyes done being dilated.
Yeah, when my pupil returns to normal, I'll be fine. Hopefully that'll happen in the morning. But right now it's ugly. It's way worse than this one. It's fucking huge. I pulled this down. I saw it and was like, slap. No, that's it. Maybe Papa Z.
And I hope everybody's having a great week. So, Teddy, what's your plans for the 37?
Today I was just going to work on doing some mock-up stuff because I don't know what I want to do because there's so many people that are doing it, that are doing the chop top, and I don't want to do like everybody else is doing. I mean, not saying that everybody's doing it, but a lot of guys are. And I was thinking about doing something similar to the box art. Maybe weathered. Not the same color, but a weathered look to it. I'm thinking about maybe a 3D printed engine and tires and rims on it.
Sounds good. Just remember, it's whatever you want to do, how you want to do it.
Right. Yeah.
Even weather it and turn it into a street rod. Put some.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah.
There's that one. I mean, I've seen. Maybe I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but maybe something like this.
Let me bring it
up. I was looking
at
that one. That one doesn't look like it's been chopped.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it definitely sits lower on the front tires.
Yeah. So I was thinking, something like this, either like clean paint job or weathered, possibly. But I was thinking about doing like the box art has, the open, so you can see the engine through the side, just leaving the side parts of that off.
There is two options. You got the hood,
yep,
or you got the one, or the whole piece. Yeah, and I don't know what I'm gonna
do. Right, exactly.
How I'm gonna do mine yet either.
Matthew Edmonds sells some nice 3D stuff. That's all I'll tell you. Brian.
Yeah, I've already got a set of I already got a set of these, and it doesn't look like just by looking at the the way the rear tires are, it doesn't look like I'd have to do much modification because those look like they might fit underneath there, without having to change anything in that rear fender area, fender well area.
It's actually a lot narrower than you think. Because I took,
Yeah,
I mocked
but
mine
that
up
are like a
wheels.
15 or 16 versus their large one.
Yeah, I mocked mine
right.
up with
That's
the
why I
wheels.
said I was gonna just spend some time just mocking some stuff up and
Yeah,
see what I like and what I don't like and go from there.
Good evening.
I mocked mine up with the wheels that came off the kit wheels that come off the T I'm doing now, the Roadster, and they don't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tighter than you think.
Measure the tires, the 3D ones. Measure the kit tires. You might have a little overhang on the fender or coming out like they did back in the day. It depends on the cleanliness of the look you want or what period. Correct.
Right.
Good evening,
Right.
Johnny. Good evening,
Yeah.
Gary. I hope you're all doing good today.
Yeah, Gary, I'm all right. I'm just healing up. That's it. What's up, fat man? 10 minutes.
There's Don.
And the link is posted to both Ted's and my channels.
Yep. I did pin it on if you're on my channel, I did pin it on there.
No, Rick. Let me explain something. There's only one road. There's only one. Gary's only got one road beef. His name is Little Jimmy. Don said he can't see the chat, so he must be over on yours, Ted. Or try refreshing, Don. Yeah. I don't know which channel he's on, so.
Yeah, he's on Ted's channel.
Yep, he is.
Then you'll have to tell. I mean, I can see it, you can see it, Ryan can see it, nobody else who if that's why I'm trying to figure out. So next,
you'll only be able to see all the chat if you're in the StreamYard, if you're on.
So tomorrow when you got time, we'll sit down and because Rick is on Ted's channel right now.
Yeah, I just went over there and I don't know why YouTube is doing that. It even does it for me on my stream. When you come in, that's where it's starting to show the chat is where you came in at.
Oh.
Yeah, but his okie dokie is in there now.
Yep. I've seen him since he's come in and posted on. I mean, obviously I'm on the live stream, so we'll see it all.
And I guess that's why he's got. If you see, he's got. Well, see it on StreamYard. It's got that little link on it. That must mean.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't show it when I put it up here, but I guess that little link is showing that it's from the linked channel.
So what I'm gonna do is, Mr. Darby, how are you today?
Darby.
Pretty good. How are you?
I am good. We will eventually have this fully streamed to just Ted's channel.
Yeah.
And poor Mr. Darby's got his webcam on again. Both of us, he's got a laptop and a overhead camera, and they both pick it up. And even when he shuts off one. So Don, we're going to try to get it so next week, because I won't be here. Ted's going to be able to do everything directly on his channel, and that's the way we're going to keep it done. And that way I don't burn up Brian, my producer's, or Ted's producer. Ted's producer. You're not mine. You're Ted's.
I have unlimited stream hours, but doing it through your channel, you just got to remember he's only got like 20 hours of stream a month.
Yep.
So those 5-week months, he might get low on hours.
Well, we do generally do 4 hours a week for him.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, we usually, I mean, the last couple of weeks, I don't think we stayed much longer than 10 o'clock.
James, you need to close your YouTube tab.
It is closed out. The only thing I have on is this.
Another microphone picking up something. Oh,
You know what that's background echo then.
nothing you can do about that.
Your computer volume is too loud. Hey, Marcy.
So what's Mr. Darby been working on? God, Brian.
Nothing. Not for a while. Not since actually last time I was on the call or on the chat. But I need to get something done because the Buckeye Classic is just a week and a half away.
While you're here, Mr. Darby, do you know
Okay,
when
hold on, I can't hear you.
You know when Atomic Resin is going to be putting out that 3D printed 66 Fury?
No. I'll probably see him at the Buckeye Classics. They might have some with them.
Oh. I'm guessing he wants 100 for it, like everything else he's done.
Yeah, at least 100. Probably a little bit more because usually he wants like 110 or something for his stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
And thank you all for coming in and supporting Ted.
Yep, we do greatly appreciate it. Marcy, hi, how you doing tonight?
Eventually, Jimmy ain't here, so I can't tell him that mail that came to New Hampshire went down to Florida, is back in New Jersey, and might actually make it to me. I'm just praying to God the Postal Service doesn't destroy the parts. Hey, Dawn, apparently she did hang herself upside down last night. Yeah, so I watched a bunch of reviews on that 39 Chevy panel delivery truck. Really nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that something that's being re-released?
No, let me grab it. I know it's had a couple different versions. One is a lowrider version.
There's a lot of versions of that.
I just want to find something nice, simple to build.
Yeah, I remember they had one. I might have one one of the earlier issues of that. It's molded in a green color.
So after watching a couple of videos, I think I'm not correct, 100% sure if that was the one Mark Batson did for his shock truck. Because I'm thinking of naming mine Dur Delivery.
Their delivery.
With a little certain type of gummy on the side of it. Okay, thanks. I wasn't sure. I remember you had one, but I wasn't sure, Rick. Thank you.
Yeah, that kit you just put up too was re-released in 23.
Of course, everybody in Kentucky was smart because they had bourbon barrels.
Ooh, that white screen is terrible.
Let me try something different here. Is that better?
No, I was just searching for it.
I think
It was on the white screen and it blows out my eye.
I was looking at the 37 and I'm like, okay, let everybody do this, keep it, doing what I'm supposed to do and not other things. So but if all goes well, I'll hit a couple of when I'm down in North Carolina. One in Troutman, one in Lenore. We don't see much of Mr. Darby. We want to keep him in the loop.
Turn it up so I can hear you guys.
As you can tell, he's a Grateful Dead fan from back in the day.
Hey.
It's funny you should say that, Rick. I asked Brian how his eyes was hurting. He said no. I said, but no, your face is hurting my eyes. Oh God, I gotta remember he's not mine. We still getting the feedback? Yep.
Yeah, there's a little bit of reverb.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn my microphone down just in case.
Well, if you turn your microphone down, nobody will hear you.
Not much. Yeah. Does that sound better?
It's feedback from Darby speakers going into his mic.
Well, I've had my mic muted, so I want to mute it again and see.
It's not doing it right now. Jeff is busy. He can't read.
Yes, I can.
Hey.
And Jim, there's room for. I'd like to try to keep it at max at 8, just so it's not overly busy. Hello, Boston.
Let's see this right here.
And aren't you supposed to be the producer, Brian, not me?
This right here is the original release. It's was originally released in '78.
Rick,
There was a green one in 2001.
But that ain't the delivery, Brian.
That's what I
Son
said.
James is holding up is what he's referencing. It happened a long time ago.
Let's see. I don't see that box art. Oh, here it is.
It's under the monogram, Brandon.
That one was
Jesus Christ, you can almost just
1978.
That is true, Marcy.
Is that the plastic?
Yep.
Is that shiny?
Actually, it's this shiny. And I polished the roof. So that's the plastic polished.
No shit.
And that's the plastic not.
Wow.
That's a god awful green.
It's an awful green, but you did a hell of a job polishing some plastic.
Well, that used to be my thing. Everyone called me the polishing guy back in the day. Yeah.
Are you talking a real motorcycle, Boston, or a model?
Wow, that's a hell of a shine on plastic.
Jeez,
What did you use to polish the plastic?
So my trick to polishing is I use this first, you know, and then I will come in with this
plastic. Yeah. So okay. So that's just like the Meguiar's. Wow.
Yeah, it's cheaper than buying that novice polishing stuff too, where you're spending a shit ton of money for something that
I can't believe
it. Oh yes, and for full disclosure, the cuss jar collector is in the background, so you know.
And so they also made this one. Let's see if I can find the year on this one. This is 1978, but I think there's another crash. They also did one. They did two more, or they did two others I know of in color. That's this old. One was in maroon and one was in black.
Yeah, they did.
Maroon.
The maroon. That was a coupe. And then they did a coupe in '85. And in '87, they done a Reebok to the delivery. And it looks like around '91 they redone the delivery. 93, 92, 93.
I think the coupe was black and the delivery was in maroon.
Yeah, they done.
Here's the delivery body. The delivery body in maroon. And here's the chassis pan from the coupe in black. Yeah. Let's see if I can get the get a shine on the maroon one. It's been in the dust for a while.
Sitting in here wondering why I was having so much trouble seeing. I didn't turn on any of my lights.
Well, now you have Boston. That's some serious horsepower to weight ratio there. I do gotta say that I think I got a good set of tires to go under that kit.
That's crazy.
About a tenth of the weight.
Let's see.
I can see. That's crazy.
And my light isn't going to let me reflect anything off of it.
I know a guy that occasionally he'll say something in plastic is so nice that he starts out like at a 3,000 or 4,000 up to a 12,000 and clear coats it. Welcome in, Don.
What's happening,
Hey,
everybody?
Don.
Still that cold down there?
Oh yeah, woke up. It was 55 degrees. It's 46 now.
No, Boston. I leave next Wednesday for next North Carolina. I'm gonna figure if you had a hat on, it's gonna be damn cold.
I just got out here in the shop. I'm in the heat.
It's the same barrels found on the Tom Daniel beer wagon.
Oh,
Right.
oh, damn, Don. You got some shots at you.
Huh? Look, I'm from an area we don't get snow for the most part. Okay?
Marcy, I can tell you 2 years ago, I was down there, near 30 degrees is like a sub-zero up here. It's a nasty, nasty cold.
Plus, we've had 20-mile-an-hour winds on top of it.
That's how it is here where I'm at.
Been windy here all day too.
You was talking about that 39 Chevrolet, the sedan and the sedan delivery and the coupe. Coupe was available in maroon also. I got two of them.
Was it? It
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
I might have one. I don't know. I do know, obviously, I have one in black because I use the fenders for it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
32 degrees.
87, it was red.
So a 39 Chevy.
It got marked down as 91. I guess 91 it was released 3 times in gold and black as a coupe. And
Don,
maroon.
do you print Terry Bob mufflers?
See, there's the coupe in maroon. That's the coupe in maroon.
Yeah, let me see.
I got two of these.
I don't know if I ever had a coupe in maroon. I know I had one in black. I got it somewhere. I would be an hour digging through all my shit trying to find it. So
And I mean, it's slick.
yeah. Yeah, you polish that, it'll be killer.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt one. I got two of them. I'm gonna hurt one of them. I'm gonna chop the top one. But it's a good possibility to get painted back same color. Yeah, this one's 1979.
Okay. So just a year different.
Yep.
Hey, Chad, how are you doing, sir?
And so it could have been actually done in 78. They just held it back and did it for 79 and used
Yeah.
colors that had left over from 78. You have to remember it's a factory. They're not,
Right. They're not producing one at a time.
yeah, that maroon. Well, so the thing too is that the parts between the coupe and the delivery are the same. It's just the body is different.
Body and
Just a-
interior, the hoods are different.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, the coupe's got cut out. The sides are kind of cut out. It's got a hole in it for the blower. The sedan delivery's got the stock hood.
Yeah. I know I got a black one. I don't know. I could be digging around forever.
See, these are the two that I got are bag kits. And yeah, there's the hood from the delivery.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I got.
And then, yeah, here's the hood for the coupe.
Okay. All right, I see. That's a lot different.
Yeah, this is an old model company trick. Did two similar kits, but change a few parts. So you wind up buying both of them.
I don't know who Matt is, but hello to you.
A good example is when AMT did their 68, 69, and 70 Mopar kits. So, the Roadrunners and the Cornet are all basically the same, just the bodies are different.
Yep.
The interiors are the same, the chassis is the same. And then they would make a Pro Street version,
Well, they done two different Pro Street versions.
Yeah, the green Super B, that one.
That chassis is different from the one in the 69 GTX and the 68 Roadrunner Pro Street kits.
Yeah, is it? I have to
Yeah.
look. I do know that the newest version, when they re-released the Pro Street version, is different than the older Pro Street version. The chassis is different. The engine's different.
That's a weird kit. It's a good kit, but for some reason it hasn't seemed to gone up in price.
Which one's that?
Pro Street chassis from the Chrysler ones.
Every time I look at them, they're pretty high. I'm used to paying $15 for them, and now they're up there.
That's why when I caught them when it was cheap, I got 12 of them.
Well, I had a couple of cases of the Cornet Super B, the Pro Street, but I'm down to just a few now because I parted them out. I mean, the Hemi in there is like the bomb, and all the Pro Street, the Mickey Thompson's Pro Street tires were. I mean, I just didn't care for the rims. But you can get all aluminum rims from there's two companies I get my rims from that are aluminum, and they're fucking kick ass. Because
He's talking about the Fast and Furious Dawn, 69 or 68 Charger RT, I believe it was.
It was a 70 Charger, the Fast and Furious.
Now, the question Gary's asking is about a movie called Hot Rod. The very first car it started out with was a 65 Belvedere. It was black.
Now you know the answer to it.
Yeah.
You remember, because in the movie, he rolls out one, and some locals helped him find a little Willie's coupe, and they put the Hemi out of the black car he crashed. My brains.
Yeah. I kind of remember the movie now.
Yeah, I hear you, Gary. I'm catching a lot of echo, and I don't know if it's on my end or what.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any echo at all on my end.
I hear it sometimes when he's got his mic muted. Something in James's OBS system may be picking up another microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
No echo?
He
Yep.
just muted his mic. It's something to do. It's feedback echo. It's not.
Yeah, because I've got my laptop hardwired into my stereo.
No, it's It's Darby's mic is close to his speakers, so it's rolling back into his microphone.
Oh. Well, I bumped the speakers down on mine and see how that does. But I'm not hearing the echo now when I'm talking. I could hear it earlier.
Yeah, that was weird. It'll sometimes do it with James when he's unmuted, and sometimes it won't. And
Yeah.
it seems to be really bad. So what's Don been working on?
Don's been having a little bit of a printer issue. I think I've got fixed now. And I'm about to get to the bench because I got some parts to fix to go in the washer for a project. My stuff. Now, the 12K is printing something for the owner of the printers, but the 8K just finished some straight axles and some shifters for me.
So, little Jimmy.
And by the way, we're closing in on the 1 year anniversary from.
There's Jimmy.
That happened to you.
Yeah, we're a little over about 45 days
How's that
from the
going?
day I went in. Yeah.
How's that going so far?
That's pretty good. Had a situation, about a week ago, and I had a few little chest pains, but it was more of an anxiety issue than I went and got checked out. I didn't try to be Billy Badass, I can handle this. I was like, let's go get checked out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta go deal with a vampire tomorrow. I've been getting all kinds of 90 to 100 on my glucose test, and I'm waiting to go in there. Yeah, by the way, your AC went up, A1C, and I'm like, huh. And Jimmy, that mail is on the way back to me.
I'm good, Jimmy.
Boston, we're gonna get everything starting tomorrow. When Ted has time, I'm gonna walk him through it, and then he's gonna have access to my free account, and then every Wednesday we're gonna just directly put it to his and only his.
Yeah, Marcy, I'll agree with anxiety. Yeah, I have just terrible anxiety over my eye. Just every little thing.
Yeah, I had an anxiety attack about 15 years ago that I called 911. They come and got me with an ambulance.
Oh, ambulance.
Yeah, ambulance. Takes you to the hospital.
You say stuff like that. It's so funny because they still call a fridge or a refrigerator a frigulator, because when my granddaughter was a little bitty thing, she said She said it's in the refrigerator. So now it's still known as a refrigerator, especially when I'm around her.
That's like my youngest daughter. She was making a video with Amanda, and she goes, she had something. It was a Rice Krispie treat. She was like, "What?" She was holding it up. She was like, "What is this?" She goes, "It's a Rice Krispie treat." She goes, "Yeah, what kind?" She pointed to where it said original, and she was saying Origal. So now every time we say original, it's Origal.
Oracle.
Just like
Everything is Origal.
Bojangles, my son called it. My son called it Joe Bangles when he was little. So now when we go to Bojangles, we call it Joe Bangles. We're going to Joe Bangles. Sometimes I forget which way is the right way.
And let's be honest, Amanda still has the best video in history, thanks to Dawn.
Huh?
Amanda did that video with your glittery accessories.
Oh yeah, she broke out in the case of my.
That's
Yeah, Don
still an
Paul.
all-time classic.
Oh brother.
I think I still have them. They're right here.
Oh, speaking of
They're in the
which,
drawer right here.
I've got a link to send you, and a guy prints some bomber suits you wanted with the skulls on them for Amanda.
Oh, okay.
I think I saved it. I pray to God I saved it.
Can you guys hear me?
A little pricey, but
Probably the only thing on the theory.
so Brian, if you start cussing, you just send stuff with skulls on it to Amanda. Your
Do what?
fine will be done
I
away
start
with.
doing what?
If you start cussing on the lives, in order to get out of paying actual cash, for 3D parts and skulls.
So I can just
Either that or a giant bag of
I can take a bag of printed resin to Ted to give to her, and it's paid off.
Oh, you're not Fred. Oh, you're not Fred or Jimmy. So you're good.
Hello?
Well, Kevin,
You guys hear me okay?
you're actually.
You know, Kevin.
Kevin's still around.
You say that, and I just I can't agree more. Once you had a serious medical event, it plays mind games on you.
Yeah, now I'm hearing that echo.
Yeah.
When I go down there to hopefully sometime in the fall to see Mr. Darby spend a week, we'll get that straightened out for him. Yes, please do so. Give Ted a thumbs up on his if you can, please.
I done did that. Yeah, Amanda's video she put out, I thought was pretty nuts.
I'm sorry, but that's never going to get old right there. He needs to make them into earrings and wear them into acne.
You don't want them hanging from your ears. They're too heavy.
Oh my God.
She still has the bag of them right here that you sent her. She hasn't painted any of them yet. They're all in there.
What you need is 1/8 scale size with hooks and to give them to Cliff as tassels.
Pierce his nipples and put them in.
You bet him enough money, he'd do it.
I don't know that I really want my nuts hanging off another man's nipples. Just saying. Well, Marcy named them. These are Don's Fabulous Nuts.
And just in case,
And by the way, if anybody gets out of line, Brian's the one who deals with him tonight, not me. He's a bad cop. I get to be good cop for once.
I did print a new skull, and it's a charm.
Ooh. Oh God, he's gonna bring the video up.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
The weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Ow!
And they're itch. Oh, ow. Oh, one popped off. It dropped.
Somebody really popped your nut down.
Any ideas?
Oh God, I forgot about that video.
How could you forget about something that absolutely funny?
You're right. It was funny, but I don't go back and look at it every day either.
Thank you, Ted.
You'll probably start wearing them around
she
the house
literally
now.
had Don's balls on her face. You're okay with that, Ted?
So what you're saying is Don's a side chick, a side husband here or something?
Might be.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Is there an echo or anything now?
Well, it's when we talk. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's still there.
Dang, I've turned off everything. I got headphones on and it still ain't working.
How close is the speaker to where you are?
With the headphones on it. Definitely. Not unless you set the mic up. You got to make sure you go into StreamYard and change the audio.
Well, I think one of my issues might be I think Manicam keeps kicking in. And that could be messing me up.
Yeah, go into StreamYard settings. Click audio, and make sure you have your microphone selected on your headset.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, I got echo cancellation, reduce mic background.
Let me see. I don't think.
All right.
No, still here.
How does it sound now?
Still hear the echo.
Yeah. See, it keeps switching to Manicam.
No, Johnny cut that off.
Well, I keep trying to shut off Manicam, but it keeps.
You don't have to do that in Windows.
Well, I do. I mean, I thought I had it off. Something's ticking me off, man. There we go. I'll put on pause while I play with this.
Yeah, I keep my YouTube shut off just for that reason.
If it's YouTube, it's terrible. So like, I will go in here. Okay, so now
Speaking of which,
There you go.
Jimmy, how are you liking
that's
that?
YouTube unmuted. Now what? Come on.
Yeah, some of it is. Jimmy, how are you liking the tripod so far?
Did he ever get it put together?
I was telling Brian about
He
that.
got another gift from me. He didn't show. We talked about it a little bit on my live, but he didn't show it.
Yeah, you see the video of him trying to put it together? This is what
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, I can't help that problem.
He put it. I didn't see he posted a video trying to put it together.
Now he's trying to put it together on one of the lives. And he spoke right out, said that tripod was kicking his ass. That's his words, verbatim.
I caught that and I was just sitting there chuckling.
Is it echoing now when I talk or whatever?
Yeah, it's echoing for us. It's not echoing for you. Yeah, it's still echoing for us. It's when
Don't
we
confuse me.
we hear us again.
Damn, Rick.
Don't confuse me and Gary Ride to Win and Jimmy.
There is a. I do hear a faint noise. It's something on Don's end.
A little humming sound you hear?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, it's picking up my wash station.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. It's the fan spinning in there. Yeah, that's what that is. Mine is loud as shit. This new one I got with a bigger printer,
Tomorrow.
the M5.
Uh,
That thing is really loud.
Once I get Ted to onto that account, and I'll bring James and I'll try, if he's got time tomorrow, I'll work with him to try to
Well, he's
help rectify the issues for him.
probably not. He's probably going to have to go into system settings and not just through the start and settings.
and I printed kind of some silly stuff.
It's gonna be
the
a
other
wee bit
day.
more complicated.
Oh Lord, what you print now, Don?
Well, there's a
Oh,
skull, but it's a charm. It's got a hole in for rope necklace. And then someone in the community that lives kind of down here in the South that we all love and know, he's figured get a couple of Marshall amps for his band.
Mr. Guy over Mississippi, jeez. Glenn.
Yeah, brother Glenn. I printed 2 amps for him. I said that now because this is supposed to be a surprise. Well, maybe he don't watch. Maybe he won't watch this and spoil the surprise. But one of the things, one of the reasons why the amps got printed, I was learning how to hollow stuff out. It was a success. Thank you, Rick. I've been piddling around with this kind of stuff here lately, which I did hollow out some fuel cells too. I got a couple of nice Jazz fuel cells, but I was concerned, especially on the 16-gallon one, that's a lot hanging off that plate as it's printing. So I've learned to hollow it out. That way I can print them. But like the little skull charm. I got that just so I can say I done.
No, you're still getting it, James.
Yep.
We'll soldier through it.
Yeah, it's never done this before. This is the first time. I've been on a lot of, with StreamYard for this. I guess StreamYard's the only one I do it on. All the other ones I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say last week I didn't hear no echo at all.
So it kills me. Now it could be the room that I'm in, because I'm in a basement kind of thing, but.
Yeah, Papa Z, I think you're right.
But that's one of the things. He endures himself. He's true to himself, and hey, they ain't going nowhere.
Okay, is it echoing now?
We'll see.
I mean,
Well, I spoke and it didn't echo.
yeah. So I think Manicam keeps trying to kick in and take over, and if it doesn't go through Manicam, which I don't even have it on, but then when I look at the settings here on the StreamYard, it shows the Manicam, and I'm like, I don't want to use that. And I hate
Are you using a Windows or are you on an iPad?
when I'm on Windows.
Go in.
Show me on tickles up. Clara.
Well, if it's not echoing now, then I think I've got it. So
Yeah,
far.
it's not echoing now.
Right.
Yeah.
How about a mailbox?
You got a baseball bat and a pickup truck? You go with it?
This is actually a scoop for an air filter. Here's the air filter plate that goes inside of it. If I can hold this up here without my fingers getting in the way. But it's got a skull for a wing nut too.
Oh, cool.
And it just goes bloop.
Why do I see a Rob Zombie building Don's future?
Don't tell all my damn secrets now. Well, I'm personally, I don't like rat rods, but I see a skull theme something coming up. Well, now I thought about putting one on a post, dent it all up.
When all you need is something very small with some kind of wick put into it to get them 80.
Yeah, you'd have to figure out a way to make it look like it was lit.
Problem with Rick, he'd be at a contest doing it and lighting them for real.
Well, so I solved the problem with the kids around here busting up our mailbox. I filled one full of concrete and put it out there on the post. Let them take a swing at that one.
See, now you know what you need. You know what you need to do, Don. I need a couple of those Marshalls and a couple of guitars to put in the back of this truck.
I've got a skeleton with playing a bass, but I don't know what I've done with him. Which I'll print a couple more because I want to send one of those to my little buddy west of me there. He needs a bass player. Yeah, Godzilla's the lead guitarist.
Now you say it, I can hear that little bit of a washing machine once in a while.
Yeah, I hear that too. That's not me.
It's got just a tick over 8 minutes and it'll be done. Sorry.
Oh God, that would. There's bigger things in the world to worry about than that.
See, I don't hear it when I'm not on doing this because I got the music loud enough that I
That's the
couldn't hear
first
a thunderstorm in here.
Here you go,
That's the
Ted.
first time I've ever heard it.
Ted, here you go.
Somebody
There you go. That's what I need.
Yeah, somebody on
Doesn't say.
eBay sells guitars. Bob knows them. Bob said he bought some from them.
That's a Colts.
What model kit comes with an electric guitar?
That Dodge Magnum, the little station wagon looking thing.
Yeah. Which version of it?
I think the two versions that's been out, it's got it, and The Stacy David 32 Roadster, Rack Roadster, has got one. I don't know if the reissue does, but I'll find out right here in a minute.
Because they made an uptown version of the Dodge Magnum with scissor doors.
That was. I'm not sure about that one. That's not in my. That ain't my wheelhouse.
Well, I used to have a Dodge Magnum, so I was buying Magnum kits, and I ended up selling my Magnum and getting a Chrysler 300, a new one. And I'll be honest with you, I miss my Magnum bad. Some of the guys at the show might remember my Magnum. I could put a lot more kits in it.
Not what he said.
Yeah, this kit's got a guitar in it too.
Okay, I got that kit, I think.
Hi, Taylor.
And it's got the guitar stand.
And the link is pinned to the top if you want to come in.
See, there's the guitar.
I got to go get some life-giving liquid.
All right.
And let's see. The guitar's there, then the steering column, then the guitar stand are all right there together.
Well, give me a
yeah.
big screen. Then you need the Eddie Van Halen truck to go with it.
Need a different guitar for Eddie though.
Yeah.
I used to know what kind his was, but you think I can remember it right now?
They were
It's
less
a Charvel.
Do what, Ted?
It's a Charvel.
Ah, okay. I didn't know. I was thinking something else. Which don't surprise. It shouldn't surprise anybody. We went out to lunch yesterday, and I'm over there trying to order ice cream. My brain is just slowly, what's left.
Once in a while is good for you, and and you now really fully understand the whole moderation thing.
Oh yeah, I mean my weekly average isn't but 117. My daily average is like 108.
That's good.
My A1Cs as of last week was 5.2.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm doing okay with it. I mean, well, Kevin, go get you some ice cream. I have my cheat days.
Go to your local Baskin Robbins while you're at it there, Kevin.
My biggest problem, I don't eat a lot of carbs for breakfast. Don't eat any carbs for lunch. Very little dinner. And probably three times a week we have mashed potatoes, and I'm going to fuck them up.
Well, what I'm learning,
I'm trying to put a smaller spoonful.
It's no more than a cup.
But man,
You were saying something.
and then
Don?
I go to bed as soon as I eat. So yeah, that don't help either.
I learned it's a balancing act between carbs and proteins. With being diabetic, some days I'm like, I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. We'll let things fall where they fall.
Yeah, not to my knowledge, Taylor.
No. That's weird. Is because I literally had 2 hamburgers with peppers and onions, and I eat whole wheat bread, not white bread now. And I went from a 90 to a 126. Got up this morning. I didn't take my med last night. I said, okay, let's see where it's at. Got up, it was 89 this morning. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, my little diabetic coach from down at UAB, she tells me not to overthink it and try. She says, because there's still stuff they don't understand. You know, stress will raise your sugar.
Yep. Starchy food.
That could explain mine.
Exactly.
Last 3 years have been a shit show.
Hey,
Well,
I
that's what
also
they
had 2
tell me is-
small Reese's peanut butter cups, and it still didn't raise it. I'm like, what the?
And I'll tell you something I've learned over the last 6 months when I was diagnosed. Your last meal dictates your next meal. And more importantly, it's about gut health. Gut health slows down, proper gut health slows down the digestion and slows down the absorption of carbs.
Kevin, they call you white slice because it looks like somebody just dropped you out of a mayonnaise jar. No pun intended, Ted.
My granddaughter had, I had heard when I was diagnosed with it, my A1C was a little high. I mean, it's still it's right there, borderline. It was 5.7, I think. When I was searching for it, my granddaughter was pregnant, and I had never heard of it before until I was investigating it for myself. But she had digestional diabetes, which pregnant women get, and it was throwing her all off because it was skyrocketing.
That was a weird thing. It's what Billboard's talking about. My sugar, when it used to be, when I was first diagnosed for the first probably 5 years, if it was hot, my sugar was high, I was tired. Now it's just the total opposite. I'm tired when it's low.
Well, you get tired when it spikes, and when it drops down, that's when you get tired.
And after the colonoscopy test, I was doing a whole lot of shaking like that, going, oh, this is not good. But since I went out a couple of weeks ago and did that plowing or
Really,
snow
Marcy?
blowing, it screwed me all up.
You had digestional diabetes with all 4 kids. Wow.
I'll say that's
This morning, just to look around, I found the Camaro decal, and I turned and looked at my big Camaro. Yeah, and Taylor, I'm willing to bet too that if you contact them and ask them to scale them to 1/12, I mean, you're gonna probably pay $20 for them, but they'll do it.
Yep. And the one
So that's like-
their stuff is got close to the line.
So that's like Saturday, you know, being club day, club meeting day. I'm on the run from 9 o'clock that morning till 9-10 o'clock at night. You know, and I mean, I take my insulin pen, because I check my sugar 3 times a day. So I literally have to check my sugar just before the meeting actually starts. And of course, I got like 4 pills I got to take that at that same time. But, you know, I'm not eating the healthiest on that day. In fact, we left, we got done with the club meeting. We left there, stopped. And I got that may have been a 32-ounce fountain drink. And I got 2 Hershey dark chocolate candy bars. Now, we sit in on the live Saturday night for a little while, and I was nibbling on that dark chocolate and piddling around here and there. And my night sugar was 98.
Well, because if you're constantly moving, you're burning the sugar off, so it's not attaching as fast.
Well, I also had that happen last week. I got the leaf blower out and straightening up the backyard, and noticed I was getting some funny spots in my eyes. Went in the house, checked my sugar, it was 73. I said, hey, that might explain them spots and me not feeling so damn good all of a sudden.
It's weird as how it can go from really one swing to the other. I'm trying to keep it that consistent. But my doctor was telling me, she said, I have some people that they're more productive at 100, and some people that they drop down to 100 feel crappy, and they're better at 150.
Right. That's mine. She said, look, you're staying below 150. She said, there's people, they kill for your numbers. Well, and I do. I generally feel pretty good. I mean, I'm having to exercise and stuff, so I'm in that, you know, that starting to exercise curve. I feel good while I'm doing it, and then 20 minutes later, it's like, what the hell?
Boston people give me hell because I'll buy, the fun size candy bars. I will keep a couple around just in case from now on if my sugar drops. So like when I go to the races, my mind will be okay, this, and that, and I'll have the car owner will yell at me, go check my blood sugar level to make sure I'm okay.
Boston, that depends on the sugar that's in it.
Right.
That's in that candy bar. If it's high,
If it's real sugar or
corn syrup, that shit is terrible for you. Terrible.
Yep. And you don't want a soda unless absolutely necessary because that can put it so high it can put you in a sugar shock.
Yeah, well, that's why people in other countries beside the United States aren't obese, because they actually use real sugar in sodas, in candy bars, where here they can put whatever they want to in it.
Well, and the time of day you eat
your liver don't know what to do with high fructose, whatever the fuck it is, corn syrup. Your liver don't know what to do with it.
I just think they make corn into ethanol too, huh?
They put it in our gas, and they wonder why food prices are skyrocketing. It's actually a combination. Some of it's sugar ethanol.
So, is there any kind of topics we'd like to discuss tonight?
I got some I need to ask Don. He just walked away.
Yeah. Gonna have to wait till he comes back.
It's a pretty simple one.
James, feel free to ask a question as well, or anybody in the chat.
I don't have any questions.
I thought last week a lot of them were really good and they went over well. And the week before that, we Brian gifted a fellow modeler some stuff. What was the second thing you sent him, Brian?
I sent him it's the cordless Dremel, but it had all the attachments in it. I was kind of jealous because I didn't get it. I didn't get mine like that. Sent him the same. I sent him the same one I got. Let me see if I can get the name of it.
Yeah, I've got to go get a cutting wheel. A really good tool place to buy from look to is Scale Pros, Art Lasky's place out of California. Don, welcome back. And Brian's got a question for you.
I sent him so you can see it.
Let me put you up on big screen.
The New Master.
They're all made by the same people. Just one's cheaper than the other.
And I told him that the chuck itself is it comes with two different sizes, so you can use, like, this is the original Dremel bit, and the shaft is larger, and it comes with the changeable chuck, so you can use the larger shaft stuff. I like it. It works well. Just Type-C charger.
Hey, I know a blind guy in Georgia that loves big kits.
Well, I went to this on all my moto tools.
Making jokes like that, I might one day not even be able to do a big kit.
I went to these.
Go ahead, Don.
I went to this about 40 years ago on all my moto tools. It's a chuck.
Universal one.
just like your drills got. So I don't have to keep changing collars.
Well, I don't change it unless I absolutely got to. But everything I already had was Dremel brand,
Right.
so it was a larger shaft, and the stuff that came with it, I put it in a drawer. Don, I got a quick question for you. What, other than Evergreen, what are I know there's another styrene company that makes styrene stuff, rods and stuff like that.
Well, there's Plastistruct. Plastistruct's more ABS. It's not styrene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you got to get into their glue.
Yeah. Plastistruct came out for the architectural modeling field. You know, they do elbows and all kinds of stuff for, you know, making modeling plumbing and stuff. I mean, they got a vast line of goodies, but like I said, it's ABS. It's not styrene.
Squadron has styrene sheets and stuff too.
Yes.
Did you say that was a track life, Brian?
What?
That tool you got, did you say that was a track life? Let me bring this up. Hold on.
So that's Evergreen.
What is
Give
it?
me a second, James.
No, that's not it.
All right.
I got it off Amazon.
Okay, James. Let me go ahead, James.
All right. Well, so here's Evergreen, and here's Squadron.
Hi, Edward.
I can't find. I was looking for 3 inch by or 3 millimeter by 4 millimeter rod, I guess, and I can't find it on Evergreen.
I thought I had Plastistruct stuff too, but I guess if I do, I don't know what I did.
Oh, where'd the Dawn dropped out?
This white. Oh, this is terrible.
So let me go look up that company.
Look at that.
Oh well.
SUAD.
This is a place that
Anyway.
Boston was talking about right here.
I can't freaking look.
Oh, you got 3 different colors. This would probably, Lexan would probably be really good for, no, it's white, not clear. Oh, no, it is clear. For windows on certain, projects and stuff. That'll happen to Dawn. I hope it's nice and warm down there. I know I will be in the foothills of the mountain in Hickory. Ah, there he is.
Cutters, accessories.
Let me guess, you pull the far and hit the wrong button?
Do what?
Let me guess, you pulled the Jeff and hit the wrong button?
No, and I moved my laptop over closer. I don't know. This piece of junk.
Oh, I know who you're talking
can't-
about.
it's all
He's in
flooded.
the Toronto area. I think his first name's Les. I could be wrong. I have to
Yeah,
check.
I don't see any kind of styrene like that on Squadron's website.
I'll be right
Maybe
back, guys.
All right.
Maybe they
Not
quit
going
carrying it.
anywhere, Ted.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a sheet.
I used to have a guy out in Louisville that could get it for me, but he changed jobs, and I was getting in 4x8 sheets from him.
Well, Scale Reproductions in Louisville sells all that too. I mean, if you're looking for specific shapes and tube sizes, Scale Reproductions in Louisville has all that. They have a
Yeah,
huge
reproductions.
Scale Reproductions
Yeah.
in Louisville.
Yep. That's
If you-
Tim Brown's. That's Tim's go-to place. It's just down the road from him.
Yeah, well, that's not. It's like 45 minutes away from me. Yeah.
Yeah, see, back when I had the vacuum former and was doing slot car interiors, he was getting me 20,000 thick 4x8 sheets. What was I getting? 6 sheets at a time was like $40 some, but now that was like 15 years ago too.
Yeah. Well,
You're all right, Brian?
if
Yeah,
you
I'm fine. I just got to block the light. out of
There
my
you go.
eye.
That's the name.
yeah, if you Google Scale Reproductions, it'll give
Yeah,
you the address and all
I'm
that.
on their website now.
Yeah, they are. It's a mom and pop place, but where they're located, they have so many customers that yeah, they'll order you stuff because if you don't buy it, they'll be able to sell it.
Yeah.
And so they do a lot of train stuff, RC stuff, model car stuff, military stuff. So they have all kinds of things that you can. Yeah, right
I
now,
know.
I'm looking at
Sean,
Walters.
scale model guy. Scale Sean over in Arkansas talk. He stops here whenever he goes through to see his son.
So if you want shapes, like, for dioramas and stuff, KIBRI is a good one here. If you want like brick walls and things like that. But that plastic is really, it's hard. Here we go.
I'm surprised I'm having trouble finding it, especially like Evergreen.
Well,
because-
so if you don't mind ordering things online, okay, go to Walthers. I don't know if you can see my thing. I'll show you this catalog. Walthers sells everything that Evergreen has, just about.
Walther,
Let me put you up on big screen.
WLA.
See, now I'm letting you guys in on my secret shit. If you stick with just stuff for model cars, then you're limited. But if you look around at other hobbies like model railroading, you can find all kinds of stuff. And if you remember, or if you realize that O gauge is 1/24th scale, I believe. No, not O gauge. G scale, garden scale, is the same scale as most model cars. Yeah. And so here I'm looking at it, I'll open it up and it shows, how they have the evergreen and they got all these different shapes. They got L's, right angles, tubing. But if you look at Walthers, you can also buy the brass stuff if you want to make things out of brass. They have if you can't find the if you can't find Plastric glue, you can order it through them. Yeah. So, like, if you're in an area where you don't have any good hobby shops, check out Walthers. Yeah. Pretty good shit. Rod and tubing, I-beams, shapes for structural stuff. Yeah. You can do all kinds of cool crap with.
Yeah, and they've got the best decal solution on the planet.
Yeah, Walthers.
Yep, Solve a set.
Yep, you can get that there too.
You
Yeah,
I can decal a bowling ball and stuff.
Well,
here, let me show you this, Brian, real quick.
solve this set. I got some somewhere here.
There, you got 0.03. Oh,
What the hell
60
just-
and an 11 by 14.030.
Yeah, I need 3 millimeter by 4 millimeter.
Did you find Walthers?
And
Pretty good.
it surprises me. Yeah, I'm on their website now. It surprises me that it's not like on Evergreen website. A lot of people use it, and they're using it for what I want to use it for, which is frames.
Well, see, so here's the thing though with Evergreen is they don't really sell that much to the public. They like to sell to dealers and stuff because they don't want to sell like 1 or 2 pieces. They want to sell a crap ton.
Does Squadron have it? Any of it? I know they moved. What somebody said moved from northwest
I don't
Georgia
know.
to Tennessee.
Let me see. Squadron's strange on how they do things. One day they'll have something, the next they don't. They're like MRC. They'll have good stuff and then they'll quit carrying it. I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't it ever? Which one of them went out? Squadron went out of business, and then that guy bought them or something.
I don't know. Squadron. So Squadron does mostly books. That's how they got started. They would do reference books for military stuff, and every now and then they will do do products. But most of the time, Squadron is about buying books. But I'm looking at their website. Now supplies, Squadron TV. I don't want to, but I got into Squadron when I was building military shit back in the day. Tools and glue. Let's see what they have in supplies. Let me Google. Right.
Oh, I got.
Problem with Hobby Link is it gets sent from west side of Georgia to east side of Georgia, so you don't know where it's going to end up.
Well, Hobby Link, when you order from them, it's best to it's best to have it FedExed.
Yeah. Well, so Squadron under Scratch Building, they don't have anything, so apparently they quit carrying it. Oh well. And more than likely, they probably got the stuff from from Evergreen. They just rebadged it. That's another thing they like to do. But it seems to me most of the stuff I have is Evergreen, because I can get the TV, I can get all kinds of stuff for Scratch Building.
Let me blow this up a little for you, Brian. You said you want to do what? Chassis?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
that is the size recommended by um,
what is it in inches, not in millimeters?
3x4. That is what Tim Kalankowicz told Matthew in a video where Tim Kalankowicz went to Matthew's house. And I can't find it.
What kind of chassis?
Oh,
What size did he say?
He said 3 millimeter by 4 millimeter.
Replicates what?
3 inch by 4 inch.
Yeah, I'm trying to chassis. He trying to replicate.
He was scratch building, showing Matthew how to scratch build the chassis, the back half.
Yeah, for a pro street.
They changed something. We used to
He said he uses 3 millimeter by 4 millimeter. What do you use, Don?
Back in my chassis building days on big cars.
If you're going to scratch build the back half, what size do you use?
Let me pull it out. I have to see it to remember what it is. Well, back in my chassis building days on the big cars, we back half there were 2x3 rails.
Yeah, that's what Matthew had was 2 millimeter by 3 millimeter, and he said it was too small.
I've been 560s in a car with a 2x3 back half. So.
I don't even think I can find. I found 2x3 on.
Yeah, they're not giving anything on Hobby Link in millimeters.
What is that right there? Back up, back up.
This one right here?
One more up. Right, evergreen strips. 4x12. No, that's not it. It's not
0.30 by
not the one I was
0.80
reading at
by
all.
10.
It's not the one I was reading at all. Just back up. Back. Right there. Your mouse is on it right now. 4x12
is 0.43 by 0.135 or 3.34 millimeters.
So that's 1 by 3.5. That's a little too narrow. If that was 2 by 3.5.
Let me go back to.
What I use is Evergreen number 166, which is 2 millimeter by 3.2 millimeter. It's 80 by 125.
Hang on, let me go back to
which is just a scooch small on the 125. It needs to be 130, but they don't make the 130.
Okay, what was
This is a conversation I wish Jimmy and Jonathan were in, so they would learn from it.
What was that part number?
166.
Uh, 4 by 8, 166, 0.08 by 0.125.
Yep. 40 thousandths is a 25th scale inch. So 80, that's 2 inch.
Yeah, 2 millimeter by 3.2.
Right.
All right. Copy.
Again, thank everybody for coming in on behalf of Teddy and Durr's YouTube creator content management team. Night, Edward. Don't ask me no math equations. I suck at math.
Damn,
I heard
it's
you
not-
suck at a lot of things.
It's not on Amazon. That sucks.
No,
So-
don't get,
If you
Go
if
ahead.
you send me a message later as to what you want, especially if you figure out what the part number is, next time I'm in Louisville, which will probably be next week, I'll pick you up some. Send it to you right away.
Oh, by the way, James, remember when I was asking you about something from that show you attended? We found out who it was.
I don't know who it was. I guess I could ask around, but I do know.
No, I will text you so you'll know.
I do know that a lot of people there know, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to go to that show again.
Yeah.
I can't promise that or say that's a fact, but I do know he's pissed off a lot of people,
Yep.
especially the local guys.
So, Mr. Rising,
I'll send that to you later. I have it. So.
This thing sucks. Go back to this.
Well, at least we got Josh over there, so that's a good thing. Josh is on yours, Ted.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Oh shit.
oh, hey Edward.
That's one thing I can't wait for is my brother to start making my desk before he retires. Thing's gonna be, I think it's 12 or 14 feet long.
Get you some plywood and 2x4s. That's what mine's made of.
The way we're gonna design it is everything will be within arm's reach for me.
You building a lazy desk.
Yes. Well, he's making it. He work. That's what he does for a living. So
Which end's the refrigerator going in?
neither. It needs to stay where it is. Although I could get a mini fridge, you think about it, but gonna go to Harbor Freight and buy one of them rolling tool trays. And my friends who own Kevin, he worked on a $200 million yacht, putting cabinets in and designed it for it. Man knows this. Yeah, he's been doing it since
You
I think 79. He works for Design Contempo Incorporated, or as they call it, DCI. They used to
Jeff
be
don't have
Sugar
more
Hill.
desk than he needs.
It used to be a company called Sugar Hill Manufacturing at one point.
Well, that's using your brains, Edward. I don't have that kind of brain power. But I'll use that. What Fat Man recommended.
Yeah, Doug just turned 65, so
I just wish I could find it off Amazon. I know when because the shipping through Evergreen, but when I purchased it on Amazon, I'll get like 2 or 3 packs. And I mean, the plastic strip is this long. Two bundles are like this thick, and it'll come in a big ass box. It's like the fucking box costs more than the plastic did.
oh, you can make mistakes mowing. We've got a long
Ooh-wee.
list of getting stuck, Rick. Literally, Rick, I've gone on the hills like this, right near a waterway, a runoff. Oh yeah. First thing I do is shut my blades off, so when I hit the rocks, I don't destroy it.
Then he gets off and changes his underwear.
No, God knows. Don, I've literally been pointed skyward in one of them things going backwards down an hill. And this is why people are, I fully understand why I'm such a sarcastic person. Mike thought I was going to flip. The first thing I look out my corner eye, he was driving to the truck to get his cell phone to take a picture with the lawnmower on top of me. Then he was going to ask if I was all right. Then he was going to laugh a while, then pick the machine up.
That's what we do, though. That's what men do. We laugh at you.
Yeah.
We laugh at you first. Well, I mean,
See, we laugh, then we
I had
take pictures, then we help you up.
I had a brand new 936Z or 964Z, brand new brakes. I mean, I was going down a hill maybe 10 feet long, but it's a steep hill because of the way we got to mow it. I'm telling you what, you ain't done nothing until you've done some lawnmower drifting.
That ain't never fun.
I did it on my
so
zero
much
turn.
if I didn't do something stupid like that, I'd be like scared to death.
Yeah, I did it on my zero turn coming off the driveway and then going into, the ditch line. It's not steep, but it was steep enough that when I come off the driveway in full speed and cut to the left, I was
Marcy, we do everything. A lot of we got one lawn. It's beautiful. I mean, 200 acres. We don't mow the whole thing, so I think we do 12 of it. The gentleman takes his tractor across the lawn. The lawns are great until you start hitting them friggin' tractor ruts and start throwing. You try to do a straight line on that, it's damn near impossible. But we never complain. Dr. Chandler pays the bill, pays us whatever we want. We're good. When you're mowing like this, when you come back
What's that?
down, you go point up straight, and then you back down, and then you drive forward again. But if you got the least a little bit of dew on them lawns, oh, Christ, what a pain in the ass. Brian, I will get a GoPro and put it on. People don't realize them mowers are like riding a rigid Harley down a dirt road, washboard dirt road. Them things are violent.
Shit, they don't ride that good.
I
I
was trying to give it in a way they understood it.
What brand of zero turns are you guys using?
John Deere.
Yeah, I
My
got
boss
it.
went. No, my boss went and bought himself an actual. My foreman went and bought himself a Bad Boy. That was an unbelievable. That's the best riding mower I've ever been on in my life. But the controllers are so tight that you turn it 1/1000th of an inch, you're friggin' 2 feet over from where you should be. And give me a second, Chet. And Rick, I will go up to that place tomorrow and talk to him and give him an address and tell him this is where it goes. Billboard, I know you got a camera. Why don't you just come on? The link is above.
Yeah, so it's titties.
This is Billboard signs building Kitty's working on.
Nice.
And that's one of the AMT short tracker series, modified series. Kind of what Jonathan that don't look good up on the front fender. Unless he's gonna go full Jonathan. Not a problem, Rick. But speaking of which, why I got you here. We can do one or two ways, Rick. We can do it this way, which I'm thinking is too small. Or
I don't understand. Okay,
oh no, I gotta go.
so we got this.
Let me go to the right one. Or we could go that way, Rick. Don't worry about the price. I don't have to pay that price when I do it.
Oh shit, that ain't good.
But there was like 24 of the small bottles. And Rick, do you and Mrs. Inc. Bake? Because if you do, then I'll get a darker, more full body flavored one, and then you can put it in breads and other things.
This is all you need right here. You don't even need solid food. If you drink
Shut up,
enough
asshole.
of this,
I can't get that on an airplane to go home.
this cures everything. I'm thinking about getting back into this, so I'll start building model cars again. Because then I really don't care how well they come out. They just come out.
I don't know what that liquid substance is, and I have know anything about anything.
Oh well, apparently you don't watch any of my Apple.
I do.
videos.
I'm giving my disclaimer so I don't get in legal trouble.
All right. So who all's going to the Buckeye Classic a week and a half from now?
Well, that's a little out of. I'm kind of going to be down south.
All right, Brian, you ready? Let's see what this.
That will straighten your vision out, Brian, or make you go blind.
I'm originally from Michigan. I try to stay out of Ohio.
Yeah, they don't want the inbreak down there. Oops, I didn't say that out loud. Hey, what do you?
Thanks,
you should
Jeff.
be happy you beat him at football.
Yes. Mhm. 4 years in a row now, I think.
Hey now, that's some good shit right there. It creeps up on you. Oh crap! I gotta get Get my focus.
What you need to do is make sure you're about an eighth of through way through that bottle when you come on to Brian's live Saturday nights. It'll be
Well,
interesting.
I thought about because I know other guys do it on YouTube, but I'm thinking about doing a video where I create the stuff, the main ingredient for this. You know,
People don't understand
It's
it's
that time
legal
of
to
year I
make.
start.
It's
getting it
legal
going.
to make it as long as you do not sell it. People don't understand. Not every state, but most states you can. Otherwise, they have to do away with all home brewing. Period.
So in Kentucky, you can have the stuff to make it. You just can't get caught making it. And the reason why Kentucky is so strict is because Kentucky is the bourbon and whiskey capital of the world. And so there's a lot of push with all the distilleries that they don't want people making their own stuff.
Yep.
You know?
So you mean big corporation runs it?
Yeah. Now, if you go to like Missouri, you can do whatever the hell you want to. You know. I think though in Missouri, if you produce a certain amount, you have to get a license and be inspected to make sure you're not killing people. But
And then you can't go over 80 proof if you're selling it legally.
yeah. Well, I don't sell it. I give it to friends. But I made the mistake. I put some about 5 years ago. I made some, and I put them in glass jars with staves. Staves that would fit in a jar, and I took one of those bottles to my friend's house for New Year's, and it came out great. I mean, it was just like a bourbon. And
I got a friend that makes orange creamsicles. I had some and I'll never again. Somebody goes, why? I said, that shit tasted so good. I know it was going to kill me. Or I was going to wake up in the fetal position, holding the ground, going, please, Lord, make it stop spitting.
mm-hmm.
Then wake up severely dehydrated. Hey, we got a guy in North Carolina who's got a comment for you, James.
All right, let me put my glasses on.
I'm your friend, Mr. Darby.
Yeah,
my-
man.
With
He's
my,
on the North Carolina, South Carolina border.
with
Yeah.
my
What do you think?
when I was just dating my wife, I went home with her one night, and her son was there. I think I hadn't met him maybe 2 or 3 times in the past, and we was out in the living room talking, and Sheila and I went to bed. She said, "He's drunk." I was like, "What? He ain't drunk? Oh, he's drunk." And I was like, she was like, "Go out there and talk to him. He's been drinking." I'm like, "I'm not going out there to talk to him. I hardly know your son." I was like, "He's drunk." I'm like, "No, he's not." About 30 seconds later, he come running down the hall, boop, 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 ran into the bedroom door. Then he was in the bathroom. And I was like, "Oh, Lord." I walk in there. He's praying to the porcelain god. I'm like, "You've been drinking?" Yeah. He said, I asked him, I said, "What have you been drinking?" He said, "Vodka." And I said, "Well, did you eat anything?" Yeah. I said, "What? Did you eat?" "Well, it was a candy bar." Like, oh my God. I said, "Well, what?" I said, "You was drinking." I said, "How much did you have?" He said, "I only had a couple swallows of vodka, and you're like this." And I said, "What was it in?" It was just in a brown jug. I said,
Oh shit!
Moonshine, boy.
Got news for you. That's not vodka.
No.
I've got my oldest sibling, oldest sister, the oldest of all of us. Actually, Kevin, you'll be impressed, and Don will be in disbelief. She actually destroyed a 65 Pontiac Catalina 2+2. When I saw that car all smashed up, my first thing was, how big was the tree?
For real.
Yeah, I was like, even I was smart enough to know back then going, what the hell she hit? No, she had a Ford Comet. Each door was a different color. Each fender was a different color. The hood was a different color.
All right, later, JB.
Have a good one, JB. My brother went to my dad and said, thank God we have a junkyard.
When I was in high school, I had a '78 Ford LTD with a 351 M400, and I went to a field party out in New Mexico, which is bumfuck. And you know, I don't know if you guys can imagine what the roads are, but they're oil-filled roads, so there's a lot of wash in them. You know, you shouldn't go too fast because it'll tear up your car. And I got so drunk off of mezcal and all that stuff. I'm going over 100 miles an hour on these back dirt roads, you know, that they're not even on the map. And I hit one of those washboard things and got airborne in that car, man. Shoot. I'm surprised it kept running after that. And I got it all the way home and I went to bed. And I got up the next day sometime. I don't know what time it was. And I started the car and the oil light was on. So I shut it off and looked around. There was no oil underneath or anything. I checked the dipstick. There's no oil in the car. I was like, what the hell? And when I hit the ground, I hit so hard that a rock put a hole about the size of, I don't know, the tip of an ink pen. And on the way home, which is probably 2 hours, I leaked out all that oil. And so to fix it, I just put some JB Weld and mashed it up in the hole, put oil in it, and ran that car to the ground. You know, and I'm just amazed that car didn't blow up because it was plumb out of oil, and there was no oil on the ground at home.
I know we were joking. The other night. Marcy or Don might remember. I was talking about a guy who had a Chevette on eBay and he wanted what?
The model kit?
Yeah.
$375.
Yeah. And Don says, in quote, and this is true, that the model's worth more than the actual car, but them damn cars could take a beating. People could say what they want about the Chevettes or the Pintos or that shit, but them cars could take a damn beating.
Just don't get rear-ended in one.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I love all the jokes about the Ford Pintos.
They make some great race cars, that's for damn sure.
So
they make good cars, period.
I knew a guy when I was stationed at Fort Knox. I was still a soldier.
Hold it, we got a question.
Yeah.
How many gold bars did you leave with? Okay.
Oh no. Anyway, he bought a Vega Cosworth.
Ooh.
And rebuilt it, made it perfect. Then when he went to go get it registered and have it inspected, it came up that someone had stole the car.
Oh.
So, you know, we're talking in the like 1991, 92, he had finished it. So I don't know what, but he had to give that car up. And you imagine the amount of money he had in that car after he restored it. And the guy came and picked it up and says, dude, when they stole this car, it was a piece of shit. I didn't even care if I ever saw it again. I just reported it stolen. But yeah. And so the guy drove off with his car that was completely restored. And it's like, he must have had a good 30,000 in that car. And that's working on it mostly himself. I was like, after that, before I buy a car, I got to make sure that bitch ain't stolen, because I'll be damned if I put my energy into something and have to give it up and lose all that money.
Kevin, right now, Brian is going to start going by the name Walter because he kind of looks like a real life Walter from Jeff Dunham. I'm just saying.
Damn, Jeff.
Hey, I got Popeye. He's got Walter. You
I
got
didn't
Peanut,
give you
dog.
Fafa.
Because neither one you got hair.
I didn't give you Fafa.
So Brian, is it a
Started
secret?
off Papa from Frank Frizzo, and his infamous wisdom, our beloved friend Senior shortened it.
What's
Now I
up?
got my. So Henry
up,
Robbins
Mr.
called me Papa on Facebook. Now all my friends are texting me.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Papa. I'm like, you assholes, every one of you. Hey, Josh.
What's up? What's up, Derby?
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you have any special projects for Acme?
No.
No. I have a few I need to get on.
I just work on them and take them.
Yeah.
I've
Brian,
done the 55 USAC, 55 F100, and was going to take it to USAC last year, but or for the USAC build, and I was going to take it to Acme last year, but I had the eye surgery, and yeah, money was slack. I wound up going up there, but I only was up there about 5 hours and left.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to take. So it's Mopar, and I got several I want to do, but I just getting down here and building something.
What's the other one? Mopar? And
It's Mopar and Racing.
Mopar and drag cars.
Yeah, drag
Yeah.
car.
Let me see.
Brian, could you address this? Who is the moderator / program director tonight?
I'm a producer tonight.
So if he wants to mess with you, you can, Josh. Oh, let me put that up there.
I'm fixing to leave early.
We're only going to be here until 10 o'clock tonight, anyways.
So 100 years of Mopar, drag and racing. So I kind of thought it was neat that the USAC build was the Dodge Dart. So I was like, that's
Well, the year before that, it was the F100.
Yeah.
And they're thinking one of their
No, it
things-
was the Mustangs and trucks.
Yeah, last year it was Mustang and trucks, but what he's saying is the F100 was the USAC. Am I right?
Yeah, the F100 was USAC.
Yeah.
And by the way, Brian, sorry, Jesus Christ, now I forget what I was going to say. Oh, if you want to, Mr. Darby, if you want a unique drag race one, do a pink Mustang with Jimmy's name on it and call it Jimmy Rue Racing.
Actually, if I was going to do that, and I do have a Mustang I painted pink, and I was going to put Bill Coulter's stuff on it because AMT, to honor him, put decals for Bill Coulter.
Yep.
And so Bill is into red, and he owns a newer red Mustang, unless he sold it because he can't drive now, I don't think. But I kept teasing him I was going to build a pink one and put his racing stuff on there. And he's like, well, you better do it so I can see it. So I got it painted. I just got to put it together. In fact, I think I might have it here somewhere, maybe.
Hey, Chuck.
Well, Bill Coulter's book is what got me to scratch building.
Well, let me just say, if you ever met or knew Bill Coulter, he's one of the most wonderful people you'll ever meet. He is a really good guy, and he's like me. He doesn't care how you build. All he cares about is that you actually build something.
Oh,
And that
okay. Before I confuse myself, who was the guy you were part of was it Magic City Maulers or Glass City Maulers?
Magic City Modelers. It's actually Magic City Car Modelers.
Okay, there was. I'm trying to remember that guy that we talked. Oh God, it's been a while. I know who Bill
Matt
is.
Colbert.
Okay, that's who I was thinking of.
I think I met him once. Pat Colbert used to be the editor for Scale Auto back in the day, back in the 90s.
Nah, he
Well,
did this. He did the Tips and Tech article for Scale Auto.
He
I
was
know Bill
also
does
an
the
editor for a
ET.
while too. But I need to look. I'm thinking he was also in he was an editor for one of the Mopar magazines. I have to check that out.
I'm guessing that's polished plastic.
Nope,
That
that is
looks like a
pink.
Snyder pink.
In fact, I probably shouldn't tell you because if you see it on the table, you'll point it out. You can see where I burned through on the hood the paint, polishing it out, polishing the clear. But yeah.
Good place for a stripe.
Well, the right where it's at, and I stopped before it got really noticeable. So it's like your buddy Pappy says, what they don't see won't hurt them. Hide your
Right.
mistake.
You can't see it. It don't. It's not
It ain't
there.
And so here I'm telling you guys this shit. So you go, yeah, look, he said it right in here. Look. Yeah.
There's always a way to hide it at the show.
Well,
Just
I'll be
go
honest
one
with you.
side.
Don't take this wrong. I'll never get anything from Acme, but maybe a picture in a magazine.
Okay, so
I don't know
now,
enough
okay.
people or whatever to get both.
because I'm not sure.
That's all I want is a picture in the magazine.
Well, you guys seen my pink Chevelle from Acme in Scale Auto, the second to last issue, representing the show?
Is Pat Colbert and Bill the one that did one of the supplements for Scale Auto? Wrote a book. They had a yellow pickup and I believe a drag car on the cover.
I don't know.
I don't recall that.
I know Bill,
I'm not saying it happened, but
Bill's got a magazine out. I'm supposed to do something for his magazine, but I keep forgetting to take pictures as I build.
Oh wow, Kevin, you're gonna be a producer for one of these shows, and apparently you get crapped on. Look at what he's talking. Kevin's talking trash to you, Brian.
What's that got to do with me?
He says, Jeff, did you say Walter or Magoo, referring to you when I made that comment?
Hey.
I don't know why I didn't hear you make. I'm lost.
Kevin, but when I called you Walter, because I said
Called
Kevin
me
just
Walter?
asked if I called you Walter. He asked if I called you Walter or Mr. Magoo.
I didn't hear you call me Walter.
All right, you guys want to see some model
Hold on a
builders?
second. As Don calls them OGs.
Yeah, so the guy in the chair,
I know Pete the Lazy-Eyed Molitor.
that's Bill. Bill Coulter's in the chair.
yeah.
I'm the guy you barely see in the background with an orange shirt on. I think that's me. Maybe if I move back, it'll focus better. Yeah. Yeah. The guy on the, over here is, what's his name from Acme?
Yeah, Pete the Lazy-Eyed Molitor. He's from Canada.
This guy here, this guy here in the black shirt, he's the guy that if you look at the first, when Mobius put out the the International Pro Star, the first issue, and you see pictures in there of built models, or it being built, he's the one who built those.
Oh, Tim Alborn?
No, he didn't do it. I'll get it. I'm drawing a blank. Man, why can't I think of his name?
Oh, Lord. They're really going hard on you tonight, Brian. Apparently they don't know you control this.
So that picture is taken at the Coma dinner.
Oh, that's the one you were talking to me about?
Yep. and so the tables in the background is where everyone just shows their builds. It's not a contest. It's just a bunch of
Darby,
OG
that's you right
modelers.
behind the guy in the black shirt.
I'm in the orange shirt, I think.
No, that
No.
guy ain't got glasses on.
Oh
The
yeah,
guy
yeah,
behind-
yeah. Okay, I'm right behind. See, I can't even recognize my own damn self. You know.
What's up, Sarge?
Yeah, that's kind of like, once a year, like the guys who did the original NNL, like Don's talked about.
Hey, Sarge.
Just get together and have fun. How's Mr. Rising
Yeah,
doing?
well, enjoy each other. I mean, modeling shouldn't always be about contest and stuff. It should be about friendship and sharing. And that's what we do.
Well, I'm currently, me and a couple of guys here are working on doing a semi-local tribute to the original NNL. It'll be here at my home. We will video it. We will probably do a live from it, but it'll be invitation only. Yes, we're going to have stuff on display, but it's not about that. It's about getting together, fellowshipping,
Yeah.
guys with, similar interest in modeling.
Well, this I think Coma's been going on now for 30 years or more, maybe more than that. But it was funny. You would go to the dinner, and guaranteed that one of the cars that was there, because they would do it on Friday, and then Saturday was Toledo. And so after they had a get together, then they would go to Toledo, right? And usually one of those guys that was there for the dinner would win at the Toledo show. And it wasn't because it was a buddy thing. They're just really freaking outstanding.
That good.
That good. I'm amazed that I'm one of the guys that gets to hang out with them, because those guys, they will humble you. They will make you, if only I was half as good as those guys. That's how I feel.
That's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy YouTube. YouTube has introduced me to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the double-edged sword to that is there's quite a few guys in the community that have this philosophy, I guess you could call it, that, well, if it didn't happen on YouTube, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And, our hobby has a tremendous history.
My thing is I don't want to piss people off, but the best modelers that I know, the guys who really are really good, are not on YouTube.
They're not on social media, period.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't, I do YouTube, but barely. I don't think I'm that in a bag of chips. I'm just an average builder, in my opinion. But the guys that I've seen do such amazing stuff, most of them are not on YouTube. It's like my buddy Ted Lear, Chopper. If you guys,
yes,
you would see him at Acme, but he never did YouTube. I've been to his house. I've sat there with him and built models with this guy.
Awesome.
Went to Popeye's Chicken with his mama. That dude could freaking build. And I said, man, you ought to do a YouTube page. I ain't got time for YouTube. And that dude could build. I don't care what anyone says, man,
There's only room in this live for one asshole. That's me.
When I drove a truck, we had a saying.
Yeah.
Too many assholes.
Guy in Alabama to say something.
But yeah, and I know that's going to make a lot of YouTube guys pissed when I say the best builders are not even on YouTube, because
that's always been the case. That's always been the case.
Yeah, but I'm not going to name names, but there's a lot of guys who really believe they're the fucking shizniz, the end all be all, and all that. And I guess if it makes them feel good and feel important, that's great. But
I've had this conversation with somebody before, and they're right that, and
humility
I allow myself to be trapped in that. There's a lot of guys out there we don't know who build. I got a friend of mine in Northern California. It's unbelievable. He just doesn't
Yeah.
do so. And I mean, if you see the yard riggers he's made in the oil field trucks, stuff I'd never thought of using, and I talk to him every so often. He gives me great advice. But, this person said, a lot of these guys are ego-driven. It's a shame.
Yeah, well, they get a taste of a little celebrity because people see them on YouTube and it gets to their head.
And the vast majority of people on here are good people. And I'm not one of them good people, so let's get that out of the way. But
I love it when I hear them. I'm building a brand. I ate bran for breakfast.
Well, I did a video. I think I did a video 5 years ago about model building in YouTube and how some people think that they're going to be the next YouTube great by building model cars. And I kind of put, the majority of people who watch YouTube could care less about model cars. Building plastic model cars is or trucks or whatever is probably the most unappreciated hobby there is. People are more interested in gaming channels, DIY stuff. On my YouTube channel, the video that has the most hits is a video where I showed how I fixed a headlight on a Mercedes-Benz. Nothing to do with fucking model cars. But it's because people don't care about model cars. I mean, we do, and it's great that we can watch each other's videos. And even though we can't be there with them, we have this kind of, fellowship by watching them. And then they watch us, and, that's cool. But to be somebody, and then there's an app or you can go to a website and you can actually put in someone's YouTube channel and it'll compare the amount of time watched to their subscriptions. And it's amazing. They'll have 2,000 subscriptions, but barely any views. Or the time is so small. It's like, if you added up all of their subscriptions, they should have a lot more views. So that makes you wonder too, are they paying these services to get more subscribers or what?
I mean, two of the best videos I've ever seen were put out the guy between Josh and you, James.
Well, my favorite videos that I watch on YouTube,
and there was no modeling, but I know it was well over a year ago, year and a half maybe, when you went word for word with that gentleman who wrote and you talked about it.
Oh, my little storytelling video where I read off a friend of mine's post. Yeah.
Yes.
It was about two
and
kids.
Times I need to go back and watch
models at a show, and I'm not going to call him out. First of all, he ain't here to defend himself. But I was having a discussion with someone who, and he don't watch my channel. He's unfriended me and everything. But I told him, I said, you ain't going to make no living on YouTube doing no model car videos. He's like, you don't think so? No, I know so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's guys I've been watching on YouTube for 10 years or better that's got a substantial number of subscribers and videos, but they still working a full-time job because
Barbados Rex is an outlier.
I've been back on YouTube for a little while, because I had the channel up, and then whenever jacking everybody around about threatening with fines and stuff for foul words, I pulled everything I had. Just let the channel go idle. Then they kind of cleared all that up. I went back to doing YouTube videos. In the matter of 3 years, I've made, seriously, $236. Now, that being said, my new custom ordered Mercedes will be delivered next week. Yeah, from my YouTube revenue.
I'm smoking.
Damn, that was good.
So that Power Wheels is on its way, huh?
I don't
Yes.
even think you can buy a Power Wheels for that cheap nowadays.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I've talked to other YouTubers that are monetized like most of us are, and the one I've talked to, it's been about a year ago. Now, he's got a substantial amount of subscribers. He's way up there. He says, he makes enough, YouTube revenue will pay for a few shows.
And I'm gonna,
But it
I
is
wanna
not
talk
paying.
about what. Go ahead, finish, Don, please.
It's not paying the lights and putting groceries, and the taxes and everything,
I want to hit on a point what's on the screen from Kevin Smith, and I'm one of them. I don't.
Yeah, Jimmy.
I don't feel I am good enough, and there's a lot of other people out there. Because let's be honest, there are some people in the community that are going to bitch about your shit no matter what. They don't always know a person's if a physical limitation, mental limitation. Some people are just naturally gifted at some things. Some have worked really goddamn hard to develop skills to get to where they are. As Scott and Don have told me more times than not, you see one great success, you didn't see the 100 failures to get to that success.
Well, I'm a fairly decent painter. Do you know how long it took me to get there?
And I've had your stuff literally in my friggin' hands. Scared the living shit out of me when you did it.
You just
That plane
lined
trip
up for that one,
made
didn't you?
me that nervous. Fred's 10 questions from Jack's gone. Rick
He's dead.
ended that show dead spot on about everything. I wish he'd get in here tonight and reread that list for everybody to hear.
I'm mentally impaired. Whatever, Rick. What?
I'm gonna get out, y'all.
All right, have a good one, Brian.
All right.
Hey, later,
It's like-
Brian.
Quite a while ago, people were joking about a
Yeah,
guy
have a
from
good night.
Mississippi. All right,
See you,
let me know
Brian.
tomorrow how you
Peace.
doing, and
Later, chat.
or like, oh, he doesn't have the drive shafts. Well, he's building for himself. Screw what you think. He's enjoying his hobby. That's the kind of shit that people, they piggyback on what Don's thought they're the greatest goddamn thing since sliced bread, and then don't realize it's not as good as you think.
I'm about as good as I want to be. That's all. And
Are
I'm
you
the only
happy?
person that's satisfied.
And the thing is, you're happy with what you do. So what everybody else thinks, I'm pretty sure you can figure out what I'd like to say, but I'm going to be polite tonight.
What? You play? Are you sure?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to change my ways. It's not going to be easy, but I'm trying. And that's what's great about these Wednesdays. It's helping me get into doing this on a Saturday night.
I don't, if I enter a contest and win something, that's cool. I've won a considerable amount back in the 90s. I don't. To be honest with you, y'all think I'm an asshole now? I was a major asshole back then.
No.
Because I went to the show. I got that taste of I got that 15 minutes. Well, actually about 6 minutes of glory, long enough to get my trophies and walk back out. And I got like anything else, I got a taste of it and liked it for a while. Now I can't stand it. I'd rather have a guy come up, hey, how'd you do that? That's a trophy. My friends in this community, those are my trophies. The nice thing about it, I don't have to dust them off.
As much fun as I had at the Acme show, I see more in depth the couple times I was actually honored to step into Don's shop.
What,
Because
so
he
shit
told
on?
me it don't matter what the place looked like. That's a total moot point. But to be invited to his house and to actually see the things I've only seen on video up close. There's times, and I'm going to be the first one to say this, there's been times you look at a video and you think that model's great, you see it in person, it's not. And I can tell you, and I will go to my grave with it, I know what Don's would look like on a table because I've seen the sons of a bitch in person.
Right.
And they're better than what he gives himself credit for. It's called being modest. What's the other word? He's humble. It's not about me, it's about the hobby now.
I posted a link on a video I did, I don't know, 2016 or 2017 about, being super successful on YouTube, building model kits. So I don't know how far back you guys go on YouTube, but I slowed down on YouTube because of the amount of drama that there was at the time. I was more prolific in my videos because there was even a guy that told everybody he had a granddaughter dying of brain cancer.
Oh Lord, yeah.
He never even had a granddaughter of that name, because I have family that lives close enough. I went to where he's from and even got a picture of him out on the lake fishing when he was supposed to be in the hospital, half brain dead. So it's like,
Yeah.
And then I was running into the holier than thou people who wouldn't even talk to me at Acme because I wasn't, And so I was like, well, I want to do a video about all this drama and craziness and how people think they're so great. And what's funny is the people at that time are no longer doing videos on YouTube, or they've canceled their channels. Because
I'm lucky that I've shook John's hands, I shook Ted's hands, I shook James and Bob and quite a few others. And it's like when I go down there, I want to do other things than just the shows people know. There's a lot of great small shows out there people don't know about. And thanks to Tim Brown at Throttle Power, I've learned about a lot of these shows. Like, I want to go down and spend some time. James said, fly in here, I'll pick you up, spend the time. Well, there's a show in Indiana, and I'm like, it'd be cool. Let's get Scott and friggin' Don to come up and go out there. That's the first time I publicly said that, Don.
I got two shows that I got my club show next month, Huntsville in August. Those two shows will determine just how much Acme participation I have. Dealing with crowds is not my thing anymore, not like they used to be. Acme is going to be a mega crowd.
And that's why I thought about like Louisville or Cincinnati. Then we could meet Ted and Amanda. I'm pretty sure Amanda will cost you like she's going to me when she gets a hold of me. Not that you're opposed to it, but Ted says she's manhandling him, she's leaving me alone.
Why not? Didn't we see a video of her earlier?
Hey, she comes to me with violent tendencies. I'm gonna rip my shirt open and go, look, no. Now, Jimmy, you're right. Magazine, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been published one time, and Pat Culver's the reason I got published that time.
I'm going to agree with Don.
Bring it over here.
I'm going to agree with Don on this. I'd rather have Ted, Josh, James walk up and talk to me about it and discuss it and how I did something, how I didn't, than I would be in a magazine. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to be in a magazine. But it's one of them, you got to crawl before you walk kind of thing.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not putting down contests and shows. Do them, go to them, enter them. Just don't go in there with the expectations of cleaning house, because it's a lot like racing. There's always someone faster. You just ain't run into them yet.
Yep.
Right.
Well, it's
Right.
like everybody says, I hope you win down there. My thought was, I just want to get into both races and minimize any potential damage, because 2 weeks after we get home, I've got to be ready again. I'm sorry, at some point, my body's going to say no.
it this is how I see shows and contests. It's a place for a bunch of like-minded people to get together. The trophies should be third, fourth, fifth on the line of, yeah, you hit the vendors, support them because they're going to come back to that show, which helps that host club. I hear people complaining on a regular basis about IPMS. You know what? Join IPMS. Get involved. Your word will be heard from the inside, not the outside.
Yeah.
Bingo.
So
a bunch of us from Birmingham joined IPMS. At that point, at an IPMS show, it wasn't automotive classes. There were civilian vehicle classes.
And like I was saying,
IPMS changed that.
if you don't enter, you don't know it. Acme
Right.
or the NNLEs judge one way, and that's by popular vote. And IPMS does it by a set of rules, and it all comes down to the fundamentals of a clean build.
Yeah.
And then it goes from there.
Well, it's like we keep talking about Acme. I've never, in all the time I've been going there, ever even got in a top 10 or anything. But so this is my Acme thing. So even though this car never got anything at Acme, it took up 2 pages in Scale Auto representing the Acme show.
Right. You got the biggest picture out of the bunch. That awesome.
And then on the bottom, that's Fred's truck he did, and he got one of the top 10 awards.
And that's
because I remember when he did his video, he did his video like this when he talked about getting in the top 10. He covered up, he put his hand like that and was pointing. And I was like, yeah, man, congratulations for your top 10 and getting in the magazine. But yeah, so this is at least this here lets you know that you can build and people do appreciate what you do. But like top 10 awards, man, or where it's a popular vote, I'm never going to win because it's usually just me and one buddy that goes there, and everyone else is going to vote for their buddies. So I'm going to get 2 votes if I vote for myself. So I'm never going to win.
I've got some pushback for when I voted at Acme. Give me a second, Ted. I vote for what I like, not what somebody else, and I don't care if they're my friend. If I like that model over there more, I'm going to go vote for that one.
Yeah.
All right.
But if it wasn't for like Cale Gaither, I don't know if you guys know him, and William Ryder, I never would have put anything on the table. I just would go and see what people are doing, and
I think that's what I'm going to go with there, Jeff.
I like
I'm
that, but
digging
it
that,
seems
Ted.
like there seems like there, to me, aesthetically, this is me, almost like there's so much extra distance between the fender and the tire.
I use there's there's two different axles. This is the one that gives it the most clearance on the back. Because these tires are a little bit wider. I think I am going to try the other one on it to see how low I can get the back.
Yeah, that's the stock rear axle. It's under there right now.
Yep. The stock rear axle with the the lowered front end.
Right.
But on this thing, I'm not holding it level, and it's trying to fall over and all that other crap.
I hate it when you're mocking it up and the wheels won't stay.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's my biggest pet peeve too. You're trying to see what it's going to be like, and you can't get it to sit still.
I'm sitting here with pieces of popsicle sticks, stacking them. Talk about looking redneck. You'll see one when I'm mocking it up.
Trying to take the tires to your bench so the tires don't roll.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you haven't printed something for 3D where you could put the chassis on there, keep it level to kind of.
You think I thought about that?
No,
a
but I
3D
did because
printer,
of you.
it's like having a toy store and no supervision.
I'll give you credit. You're serious, but not everybody. Some people, it is a toy. But Boston, what happened to Don Yost is he had brain cancer.
What do you mean? What happened to Don Yost? Boy, it got quiet suddenly. Did I lose everybody?
No, I was over here reading all these comments over here.
Oh,
I'll have new glasses in about 2 weeks, so maybe I can see again.
so what happened with
Let's
Don
put-
Yost? I ain't heard nothing about him having.
Oh,
cancer.
Don passed away almost it'll be 2
Last
years
year.
in September.
2 years
So
ago.
I didn't even know that. No wonder why I haven't seen him around.
Oh,
Well, all I got was reading this.
Really?
Don't worry, Jimmy Durr's sleeping, so she won't hear you swearing. And if you do, you just
No,
have to
she
give
ain't
Dawn
sleeping.
a lot of cash. Oh,
where's my Amanda? She ain't spoke to me in months.
She's in the other room. Don's calling for you.
Got awful quiet in there.
see, we're being well behaved tonight. It's been an excellent live. I'm going to tell you that. My personal opinion.
I got some goodies out the drying station. I gotta quit trying to print these small stuff. Hell, I can't hardly see it. I don't know how I'm gonna paint this stuff.
I was looking on Micromax and they got a paintbrush, and I'm like, that's going to be a little awkward to use. You can hook into your phone or your laptop so you can see why you're painting. And I'm like, I can't paint the hell to begin with that small. I am not going to try looking at this and then have my hand over here.
They lost their mind.
How the hell does he move a mouse then?
I don't know.
Damn.
Hey, Durr, come look at the camera for a minute, please.
Uh-oh.
Dawn, you got that skull you showed earlier right by you?
Yeah.
Look at this. It's Crystal.
Hold on, she ain't here yet.
Uh-oh.
You made her get up out of her seat.
Oh, she had to go pee then first.
Shut up. It's me.
Hey, it's what happens to me. It's a charm. See?
Well, you could fit your whole dick and then some in that hole.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. That calls for a 20 going in the cuss job.
You made her get up.
I did not. I just asked where you at. Hey, sweetie.
Hi.
Shh, don't
Hey,
tell
Dawn,
Ted.
what you
can't
need
see
to
you.
do is get a little
Yo.
chain between, put the chain between the skulls and hang the penises off the side like earrings. She would wear that as a necklace in real life.
Kalima.
Could you
Shut
see her
the-
walking into a BTO meeting that way now? I could. And she would.
Hey, sweetie.
1940s. Does my breast smell nice?
Huh?
Oh.
She's been eating Reese's peanut butter cups and she asked it for breast milk.
No, she's had some gummies.
No.
Hey, Amanda, what's good for a tongue rug burn?
Mayo. Going for that mayo.
That
Well,
was
dumbass.
that conversation that night. I'm sitting there going, Jesus, I need to be in a fetal position with this funny ass shit she's saying to me.
Oh, brother, this conversation's really got twisted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, on a good note, you only got 20 minutes left of it.
Damn, that's all right.
I was going to say, you guys are the ones that made her get up out of her seat.
That would be
What's
me,
the-
not Dawn. So
What's the problem with that?
Oh, wait.
if somebody's feeling frisky, Teddy, get your energy saved up.
I done dropped my skeleton, and now he's the headless boner.
Half the people after watching this show go, Jesus, honey, see, I'm not so bad in public.
Jimmy. Oh, shit, I better hide.
What's all these bags?
That's tomorrow's dinner.
It's turkey's dinner.
Pot roast.
Oh,
Don't you got taxes to take care of?
Eh?
Eh?
Good God, man.
coffee.
Not me.
That's all right.
We don't even have coffee.
Might want to stock up on it. Jesus, I didn't even know Marcy left. Is Rick even still here? Where the hell's Cliff when you need him?
Well, it's Wednesday. He's probably playing Wreckfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think about that.
Still can't get over. I didn't know Don passed away.
Nope, he ain't doing nothing. Yeah, then his grandson's ex-wife tried to say a lot of lies about him, and oh, that was a nightmare.
Well, who's running his website? Because his website's still up.
You ate my breakfast for tomorrow.
His grandson,
No.
Jake, and I believe
Jeez.
Katie has something to do with it. Look at Teddy. He looks like he's in fear for his life. Wait till the show's over so we don't get a bad rating. Don't worry, Jimmy. She's getting a whiteboard out just for you.
Whiteboard.
Uh-oh.
Even Don knows it's not good to get the whiteboard out.
I like it much sooner than what Barry looked at.
Okay. I know it's good.
Jimmy said he's scared to death of you. I swear to God, I'm gonna
Never
come
been.
pick you. I'm gonna come pick you up and bring you to the Jimmy John's he works at.
He's gonna get out of there freaky fast.
Wow.
Damn.
No, all out of the door's covered, so he try to sneak out the back. The door will be like, "Yeah, I'm here to collect."
Yeah, you know, the only times my cheeks don't hurt is when she's at work. She's constantly laughing.
I'm not saying anything, Don.
I was going to
I'm
ask,
not-
please specify which set of cheeks.
Yeah, really.
Are the cheeks?
Oh, the way
your,
she
your,
just
your jawline,
responded, I think I know.
or the cheeks that Gary Ride the Wind likes with.
Mr. Darby, you might find these interesting.
No,
A buddy of mine
hasn't.
handed these to me the other day.
What is it?
Hold on, let me put it up on big screen.
Phototech
I see their website still up
SNS.
online.
Specialties. So what is it of?
It's SS Specialties Pro Wing
Ah,
from 1989.
I was going to say, I have an SNS Specialties resin body, but I haven't heard from them since then. And that I bought that probably in 1991.
They haven't been around in a long time. It's a shame. They had some sweet stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. That's the thing. The hobby.
I like the way they done their pulley, the photo etch pulley faces.
Yeah. Right now, I'm trying to work with this
So,
some photo etch here
This is what-
from Model Car Garage for the '67 Mustang. Trying to get the grills hollowed out.
no. That's all put together with that.
He was from Ohio, I think, or somewhere around there, wasn't he, Don?
It's
Ohio.
damn.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at?
Don had some parts up there from SNS Specialty.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got the Pro Style Wing, 2 of them. You know, they're photo etched on it, you know, with the rubber backing.
yeah.
You know, they
I got Model Car Garage used to do it that way, photo etch on rubber
Yeah.
backing, because I have some of that stuff for the '71 Satellite.
yes, that was his first big car.
Mm-hmm.
I gather
I got to hold that one in my hands.
Cliff, I'm trying to figure out how to do something so we can work together. Because I don't want you've been doing Wreckfest long before I started doing this with Ted, so we'll figure something out. We can work something out to help each other because I don't want to screw up your shit either.
There's Cliff. What's going on, Cliff?
So I see Jason is on, but I haven't heard him.
Because I can't do no Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays, or Mondays. What days do you bowl?
Mondays and Thursdays.
I can't, you know. The only time I saw our day open was Wednesday, so. That's on me, Cliff. All in all, it's been a good live. You missed some fun there, VI Mechanic. The Durr was here. Good Lord, I'd love to be in one model contest with Cliff and Durr together. Ted, would you be opposed to pushing this up to 8 o'clock? That way we get Cliff in there
No.
and he can get a few hours in and Wreckfest. And
No, don't matter to me.
I'm trying to make it as easy and as plausible for everybody as possible. I'm gonna have to delete this chat because people might think I'm actually a decent human being now and then.
There's no worry about that, Jeff. We all know that. No.
Yeah, we all know the truth.
Hey, I know I'm your number one.
I am an
fan.
asshole. You have you ever heard me deny me being an asshole?
And next thing you know, Dawn is going to talk about going fishing here pretty soon.
You know, believe it or not, I've
Fish?
seriously thought about going fishing.
Hey, Dawn, that Facebook Messenger post you sent me the other day.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about.
I figured that with your comment. That's funny.
You know, I mean, for all the crap that YouTube does, there's a lot of great people in this community. I mean, one guy, I won't mention him, was on screen, has done a lot of things people don't know about, and that's the way they want to keep it.
What's happening, Cliff? Sorry, I was off camera, but I didn't think y'all want to see me taking my teeth out.
You're a decent human asshole.
Somebody goes to me the other day, your cat's an asshole. And I said, well, look at his owner. And they paused for a second. I'm like, oh my fucking God, they didn't get it.
Exactly, Cliff. Exactly.
It is,
Yep.
but it's a matter of being respectful to that man who wrote a check with his life. So that
Wait, what?
when he served in the military,
Oh.
Cliff's a good dude and a good friend. So this is called working together. Holy fucking shit. I gotta stop this live.
Would you
So let
put
me
your
ask
line
you, I got a question. I keep hearing, if you cuss, I'm going to throw you out. And the guy who said that has dropped the F-bomb 5 times that I've counted. And I'm not trying to be
That's a slow night. Dawn, is that not a slow night?
Yeah.
Usually in the first sentence, I let it go.
Don't worry, I got it noted.
So you get 5% off the next model kit you buy for 10. And at this rate, I'll be freaking giving them all models.
No, I don't.
I'm not,
I don't have
I'm
enough.
I'm not monetized, so that it plays into a different structure there.
Wait, what?
I'm not
You don't know
monetized.
what I'm saying.
What I don't
know-
understand about YouTube,
I got enough friggin' problem trying to figure that out. I'm like, nope, I don't need it.
what I don't understand about YouTube, especially if you monetize and you drop an F-bomb or whatever, they ding you for it, right? But how come these girls doing these bathing suit tryouts?
Oh, I got one better for you.
Wait, huh?
I got one better for you to look up later.
Uh-oh. They can show a nipple and get away with it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of, like, topics on YouTube that are almost 90% naked too.
And you're complaining about this? Why?
I,
I'm talking about the equality factor here.
We're talking about some of YouTube's algorithm with their lack of actual intelligent AI.
And the same people are running Facebook because they put me in Facebook jail for 72 hours for trying to use an old mugshot as my profile picture. But yet I keep getting these little shorts popping up on my YouTube, on my Facebook feed about these young girls breastfeeding bare ass.
I get ads on Facebook where it's literally showing a woman completely naked, spread out, wanting to know if you're lonely housewives, why pay when you get it for free and crap like that.
I wonder why them
What the
keep
hell is
coming
this
up.
coming on my
That's your algorithm, baby.
So we know what you're looking at when you're not on Facebook.
Yup.
I ain't looking for none of that stuff. I keep trying to turn off that dating site that Facebook now has.
Yeah.
Look, I've discovered I'm extremely unlucky when it comes to that.
Oh, that's right. Rue's married. He wants to know where is that. How you doing, Rue?
Exactly, Cliff.
I'm not.
Wow.
Now you know why
Man,
we called you,
my thing is, if a girl can post a short on Facebook, bare ass with her baby nibbling on a titty, why can I not use an old mug shot for my profile picture?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus, Cliff.
Hey
Oh,
Jeff,
Yeah.
here you go. This is with the lower axle in that.
There you go.
Not much.
It didn't drop it much.
Much, no.
No,
But
it
no,
didn't
you see
drop
what-
very much. Not as much as I thought it was going to drop, but
If it had a little taller tire in the back, maybe, kind of like a lot of the gases we had back in the day.
possible.
Ted, you want to lower it a little bit more? The cross member that the rear spring
Yeah,
goes into,
Yep.
cut a slot in it and let the spring slide in a little deeper.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Don, read the comment on the screen.
Damn, Rick. No, I wasn't even showing my man boobs.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I'm liking that lower one right where it's at. I don't know if I want to get it lower or not, or just leave it like it is.
You own it. You buy it. You buying the parts. You're building it. Make it your way. It's your model. Can everybody agree to that?
Yeah, well, I took a picture of it with both axles in it. I'll look at them later and decide which one I want.
Ah, you do that too, huh?
Yeah.
Told
Hey,
Linda
I
I said
start-
hello, and I unfortunately won't be seeing you next month either, Rue. I'm going to New Hampshire Motor Speedway to spend some time with a friend.
Hell, I gotta take pictures before I go grocery shopping.
That way you don't eat hungry? Or remember
No.
what you get.
Because I keep forgetting to take the list I wrote down with me.
Actually, no. You're not keeping me up.
I guess the next
What's your-
step is put a post-it note on the windshield of my truck that says, "Did you remember your list?"
You know, talking about lists and remembering stuff, cell phones is the greatest invention, because before the cell phone, when I was at the store, my wife would page me at the store to remind me to make sure I remembered her overnights.
Rue, I've got to ask you why.
Well, you know what an overnight is, don't you?
I gotta even ask Rue and Linda this.
So I guess the married guys know what I'm talking about. The ones
No,
who
I'm a
haven't-
divorced.
Well, see,
I'm
you've been
divorced.
married. That's what I'm saying. The guys who've been
Uh-huh.
married know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Make sure you get the one in the purple pack.
That's all right, Rue. I gotta go down that way when I head to Thompson.
Well, that's like a joke. As one comedian said, he's gonna be manly. You know, he goes to the store to pick up for the wife, and he picks up a couple other things, and lo and behold, the one thing he picks up that doesn't have a price sticker on it is the items for his wife. Well, then the guy gets on the speaker and calls for George in the back and says, "Hey, we need a price check on blah blah blah." The guy comes back, "Are those the ones you push in or hit with a hammer?" Because he thought he said thumbtacks.
That's funny.
Man, I can't. This is not panning out.
I do miss it, Rue and Linda, but right now, just the time constraints, it's just not meant to be for the year. Yeah, I like what Cliff said there.
Yes, sir.
But I'm trying to keep it. That's the one subject I'm trying to keep out of there because elsewise Boston and Kevin will go off. And
Oh yeah. How about a Monopoly piece? The top hat.
I want the race car.
Actually, this top hat fits my skeleton.
Here's the duster, the Monopoly duster.
Oh, cool.
Well, actually, it's the 71 satellite, the Monopoly 71 satellite. I was going to paint it to try to look like my satellite in the garage. Yeah. I think I still
cool.
have it in the wrap. Yeah. So here's one with it still in the package.
Hey, Cliff, I know what you're putting in the wheelbarrow, Cliff. Never mind. I don't need that.
Remember when they brought these out?
Yes.
Yeah. I got it
I
because
kind of wished I'd have done those.
it's actually a 72.
I
Yeah.
was too caught up in other things at that time.
Well, I have a 72 Plymouth satellite, so that's why I have it. I got the real
Sweet.
deal in the garage.
I'm still waiting for a price list from you.
You know, dude, some things you just will never get.
Apparently,
You know,
that's
it's like
one of them.
asking a woman for her real weight. So, babe, how much do you really weigh?
Look, my grandfather told me two key listens in life I've lived to this day with, and it's helped keep me alive. You never ask her age or her dress size.
Or how many guys she slept with.
Well, they're gonna lie through their teeth on that one. Well, down here in Alabama, they'll lie through their tooth.
There's two.
Only because it's their cousin.
So,
Do
Almost
cousins
a hot
count?
Chewy girl.
in Kentucky, what do you get when you have 6 girls in one car?
Family reunion.
No, a full set of teeth.
Wow. I like that one. Well, that's what we used to say. What had 6 teeth and 4 boobs? Third shift at the Waffle House.
I wish you wouldn't bring that place up because my buddy up here, the first Waffle House he ever went to was 3 years ago. And he said, the only thing I demand when we go down there, we go to the Waffle House. I'm like, of all the goddamn places we could eat, you want to go to the effing Waffle House?
Waffle House used to have good food. Not so much these days. Gets down this way, you need to try out Huddle House. Much
I
better.
love my Golden Corral.
We ain't got the closest one we had was in Oxford. They bulldozed it. Now there's a Five Guys in its place.
Most overrated. Five Guys. I can go without it, but
I don't know. I heard there's a lot of girls that like Five Guys. And one.
And guaranteed
Why do you
none of
think I
them are
quit
watching this live stream.
somebody
Why do
goes,
you
"Why
think
don't
I
you
quit
date?"
dating?
I said, "Because if you seen the women around here, you'd understand why my hand looks better." Christ, even Kevin Smith in a wig would look better than the women around here.
Well, you know, I mean, I had my fair share of the Bama Reds down here, but let me tell you something. They may look good, but they're absolutely 110% guaranteed to be batshit nuts.
Yeah, Southern women are nice and sweet until they go crazy. I'm like, that's every woman.
Wait a minute. Now, let me tell you something about Southern women. If they look at you and smile and go, bless your heart, move. Move. Leave your clothes. Walmart got more. Just make sure you got a tank of gas and get gone. Because at that moment, she is starting to plot something that you're not going to enjoy.
Kevin, there's a lot more to it than that, but I'll explain that to you some point. Just not tonight. All right, gentlemen, we're going to call this at 10:10. 3 minutes. I hope you all have fun.
Well, I sure have enjoyed actually meeting Mr. Darby there.
Yeah. Why would you want to meet me?
Well, I've seen you work. Very impressive.
That doesn't mean much.
And Don, let me warn you now, he's got an even drier sense of humor than I do.
So I will just say I do have a better sense of humor, but on the screen, the guy to the left of me, I should be wearing a hat just like his, but I don't.
I got to get me another tinfoil hat. I hadn't had one in a while.
Because I did the Desert Shield and Desert Storm.
Yep, I did too.
Desert Shield and Desert Storm. I was with the 68th Med Group, all those combat hospitals.
All right, and remember, next Wednesday, this will only be on Ted's channel. We're gonna set him up tomorrow. We'll get together and guide him. And
yeah, I was a medic for the 101st.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm guessing at least 25 people hanging out without me there.
And then after Desert Storm, I went to Mogadishu. No, not Mogadishu. Croatia for the Serbian conflict. And then when I went back to the States, I went to Africa in support of Mogadishu. I wasn't one of the guys getting shot at. I was just there supporting in the rear.
In the rear with the gear.
Yep, I was a commo guy. One of them.
Give me a second here, and I will do that before I sign off for tonight.
Yep, I went after Desert Storm, we went back to Fort Campbell, and I applied for another school, and they were like, "Well, we're not going to push the paperwork through unless you re-enlist, and no guarantee." I said, "I'm going home."
Yeah, re-enlist for needs of the Army. So that was a Clinton thing. He did that to a lot of guys coming back from Desert Shield and Desert Storm, making you re-enlist for needs of the Army. So,
Yep.
You would have wound up in the infantry, which makes
I
no
was
sense.
already in it. I was already in an infantry unit as a medic.
Yeah, but he was a medic. Why go from being a medic to an 11 series? See, they did that
Yeah.
to me. I went from being commo to an 11 Charlie, which is mortars. And when they found
Yeah.
out that I was a commo guy and I was really good at it, I never did mortars. They put me in the FDC track, and that's all I did was radio stuff. But yeah, that was people don't realize, man, that was a bad time for soldiers. Anytime you get a Democrat in there, he's going to screw the military as much as they can. They just don't like the military. Send them to as many conflicts as they can while reducing the force. Yeah, I know I'll probably catch a lot on that comment, but it's true.
Basically, it's so they can get rich from the military-industrial complex and making people disappear to keep Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and George Soros happy.
Well, that's
right,
the
guys.
thing is, when I got out, George Bush was still president.
Yeah. They did a lot of crazy crap, man.
Thank you
I
guys
actually
all
liked
again
George
for coming.
Bush Sr. Jr. was kind of a screwball, but
Thank you all for coming in on behalf of Ted, myself, the owners of this, and there's YouTube Management Company.
Y'all have a good evening.
All right, you
see
too.
you guys later.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good night.
Everybody
Everybody in the
chat.
chat. We'll see you.
Take care.
Congratulations for surviving another episode of Jeff talking.
Right?
If somebody else would talk, I could sit backstage and do my job, but Brian was trying to
The
do
Jeff
that.
Show.
The
James,
Jeff Show.
I've already got a complex about that enough. I don't need your help.
Shoot, I figure you have a complex from looking in the mirror. Anyway, Jeff, I
And
love
that's
you,
why
man.
you got a face for radio.
I love you. Keep buying kits off of me.
Yeah, well,
All right. Everybody have a good week, and I'll see you all next week.
remember, no working on that until next Wednesday.
On what?
Yeah. No, not. I got 3 Wednesdays before I can work on that again.
Why is that?
I thought he was only doing this once a month.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's right. I forgot about that. Good job. Good job.
I didn't even know
Good
that.
thing I remembered, huh?
I already had it done.
Brian was like, holy shit, Bob's got his in paint already. I didn't finish mocking up. I was like, yeah, I know it's going to kill poor Bob freaking not being able to freaking build the thing that fast. All right, night, Kevin, Serge, Boston, and everybody who is not showing on chat. Again, thank you guys all very much. And hopefully we'll have everything set for Teddy for next week.
Oh, yeah. We'll get it all set up tomorrow.
Well, cut the live and we can continue to shoot the breeze.